Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Le'Veon Bell with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Black 20, whirl! Rip left, rip left.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. He may be all of that. I'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my #1 target.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Penny, a 1st down carry. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ready? 180. 44. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Hey, exit. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, third fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 52. Let's go.
On play action, it's Murray. Pryor has it complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Brown gets around him. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Watch the shift. Shut up.
On 2nd down now. It's Grant. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Able to find Isabella. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. To throw, it's Murray. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Murray, strong running. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Corey Grant with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Roethlisberger will throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Here's a give to Penny. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Black 20. I can't believe I let you play. Jack 16. Hit the end, boys. Hit the end.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which also
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Taken in at the 22. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Bell. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check, 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 check. Corner, corner. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Watch. Hey, Alpha. Twins. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Johnson to throw from his end zone. Dancing to his left. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's 50. He's checking. Crack.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Safe. Check, 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 check. Zoom. Switch.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Murray going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Murray. On the catch, it's Crowder. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally get him, but not in. He's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Black 20. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Black.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, Steelers 14.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. For my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride. For my brothers, no lie. All you can doubt. Can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, you can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. And I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah.
Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want. Night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Pepper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the paint.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Set. 180. Watch the what's up. 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
– 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Six. Hey, team 6.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Grant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
No.
Bell. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on third down, Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff.
Check 50.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a give right side. Grant might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing now is Murray. Pryor has it complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 61 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
3rd and long, Murray from his end zone. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line.
All right, now
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. Just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 60 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger keeping it himself from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 9, check 9. Begin.
And an alley to run. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 48 yards on the ground.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Terrell Pryor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Facing a second and after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All day, just like that, just like that. Check, 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 check. Back, back, back.
This is Grant. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready, ready.
Well, the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the gun, Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. 2nd down and goal. Murray, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On play action, it's Murray. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Bell, and an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On second down, it's Bell. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And this is brought in by Pryor. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. Zach Kerr. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 31, Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride when they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again. And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On first down, Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down now, it's Grant. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
You think you gonna get this? Come on. 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Yep. Watch the twist. Go. Check 99. Check 99. Short.
Shotgun now from Murray. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Last year as a rookie, Edmonds got more action than most people anticipated as David Johnson's backup. 80 touches, 60 of them on the ground, 20 through the air. 4th-round pick in 2018 out of Fordham, who had a whopping 5,800 rushing yards during his college career. They think his future's bright in Arizona. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Cardinals on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. Caught by Nelson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. Got an open man, it's Washington. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Penny. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Rashad Penny hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
To throw is Murray. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to... And look at this, it's a fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
40. Black 20. Rap. Check 24. He's coming. Double up.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Penny on the counter. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Get ready.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.